All right, very good. Hello to everyone watching the recording as well. So before I get started, let me give you a clue about what I'm gonna do in this month, in this 4 times that I'm gonna have webinar in Forexia Academy for this month. So I brought a course for you guys, which I put the names Golden Eyes. And that's because I want to give you a golden eyes after these 4 webinar and 4 lesson, that you can see some stuff that before at least your eyes was not used to seeing it, but now it's going to be more obvious. But probably for most of you, it wasn't even clear, or you didn't even know it existed. So before wasting time, let's get into it. So this lesson, I'm gonna talk about daily structure, weekly structure, and induction trends. As you know, daily structure is the time that when market consolidates and then move to a certain direction, form a setup. And the reason we're gonna talk about it, the reason this happens, and then they reverse the market, and then another small reversal and the day in consolidation. And same thing if market stop on the low. Why this is important? This is the same reason why session timing is important. So this is when Asian session is working, London breakout, and then New York reversal. But it's not that every day you're gonna see exact same setup in an exact same pair. It's gonna be a little bit different, and I'm gonna show you, before I show you what is the difference and how many different variation you're gonna see, I'm gonna tell you how trends being created. This is very important, because everybody talks about how we come from weekly to daily to 4 hour to 1 hour, but no one talk about it, how that little trend from 5 minutes to 15 minutes to 30 minutes forms and go on to the weekly, and I'm gonna break it down today for you so you understand what market maker doing. Because from now, at least in my webinars, we only talk about what market maker doing. And I'm sure most of the Forex is market maker and what market maker is doing. And this is just same as others, but in my understanding and the way I'm gonna say, and that's literally it. So you can see that exactly same pattern I showed here. I draw it here for you guys too. This is Asian consolidation, stop onto the upside, form an M formation, drop, New York reversal. Next day, same thing, but in a different variation, stop on high, then stop on low. At the previous day, low, and then reversal. End of the day in consolidation, and same thing. So after a couple of days that this pattern forms, now retail traders and us even can draw our trend line. And this is basically how that trend is being created by daily structure. So it's very important for you to be able to identify when its daily structure is forming, because as I said before, it's not always that daily structure. As I put it right here, in this example right here, you can see this as an M, but it's gonna stop you out if you sell it. How you can understand when M setup is valid and when it's not is to understand that how they're forming the trend. If they come down and if they're going up, is it gonna make a trend for market maker? If it's gonna make a trend for market maker, then take the M. But if not, then you should know that market maker is about to do something else, which is a stop hunt the first, trend that they made. So they're stop hunting it, and then same thing happened. Once they stop breaking the high, you should think about it, that what's happening. And what's going to happen is they start trapping. You can see here, I draw it for you. They will come, break the high, retest it, and most of the time it's in line with the trend lines, and then they break it down, and then what you expect is a news on Friday, like NFP, to break this trend and then continue going down. So if in here you see a W, you don't want to take it, because they want to come back to this low, because they want to stop hunt everybody who took the trades from lower points. Plus, this trend needs to get obvious, just like other ones, in order for market maker to continue its work. What I draw here for you is exactly USD Canadian for the previous VIX. Now it was in a downtrend, start forming an uptrend, crazily uptrend without even a stop hunting to the low or anything, and then NFP brought the price down, and you can see that in this week they are going down. So if I'm not gonna bring that chart for you because I made something else ready for you, but I'm just saying, I just draw this for you guys, and it happened to be exactly what USD Canadian doing in very simple words, with just little arrow, not even candles, not even drawing. Just that's how you should understand how market maker need to make his move. Sorry. You should understand how market maker make its move so you can react to it. If you don't understand this basic stuff, you're gonna have problems. If you don't understand market structure, ECR not gonna help you, DMA not going to help you, you can't trade signature trade, you're gonna have problems if you wanna follow Forexia way. So this is very important lesson, to understand how they make the moves using this daily structure and create this weekly structure, which I'm gonna go through now in charts and talk about it. So right now, this is Euro USD. I draw some of it for you, and I'm gonna draw some more right in front of your eyes. But I'm gonna show you something that I just showed you in my own drawing, which is right here. You can see they stop hunts the low, went up, reverse. Stop on the low, W formation, up, reverse. But here, they didn't. How can you know? Well, this is a big macro trend. Obviously, as a day trader, you don't want to trade like that. So we're gonna talk about induction trend. What is induction trend? When market maker creates trends against the macro trend and make you second guess and make all retail traders start following that trend, thinking that it's a reversal or continuation or whatever stuff that they want to think about, right? But you should know that when a trend is forming, the weekly structure gonna happen over and over and over. The way that it's gonna create that macro trend using the simple patterns of pump and dump. Well, it's so simple. You see, when they stop breaking the high, you should think at what is going on. And then that's what's going on. Trend being obvious, they shifted right away. So if you don't understand and if you not be able to see this pattern, you basically can't use any of Forexia methods of trading, because this is the most important lesson of the Forexia, which could allow you to see what the retails can't see. Plus, and that's why the course is Golden Eye. And in more lesson we go through, this is how trends being manipulated, and I'm gonna talk about how support and resistance being trapped, how Fibonacci levels gonna be trapped, and everything about it. But this is a simple, I didn't do anything. I'm just talking to you guys and drawing this. That's how a big uptrend forms. And same exact story happens to macro trend. Can someone tell me what they see here in the chat? What do you guys see here? No one? Okay, we are seeing a signature trade, macro trend reversal, and obviously, exactly, a macro trend reversal needs a signature trade, in order to create liquidity for the market. Let me change the color of the signature trades. Why signature trade is so powerful? Because it creates liquidity for the market. And when retail traders think of this as a resistance, right here is a breakout of, wedge, retest of a major resistance that now is support, and then it's gonna be broken. And what we look for is up here, this M formation, multi-session M, to reverse all the way down to here. But why this one didn't come all the way down to here? Because if you go to 4 hour, this is already a bigger macro uptrend. So in a smaller, see, when they come down here, now they need more liquidity to go down here. What they have to do, because when they want to sell, they need you to buy. So they spend a whole week going up to induce you to create this macro downtrend. Let me draw the downtrend so you can see. So just let me draw it like this. So if they want to go down, they need you to buy. So they induce you to buy so they can sell it off. Again, they induce you to buy. Let me change the color, same thing like this one. Again, they induce you to buy here, just to sell it off. So one more thing should comes to your attention here, that these turning points are midweek reversals. It's from here, these blue highlights are Monday. So you see a Tuesday reversal here. And then you see a midweek reversal here to form that weekly structure that all Forexia is about. But if you can't see this, how the macro and micro is creating these trends, you know, these small little patterns that maybe you couldn't see it before, now should be more obvious for you. But how can you train your eyes to see it? How can you make that golden eye happen for you? Is to backtest. The way that you can backtest is clean your chart of any useless indicator, even moving averages, everything. Just like me, plain simple charts and try to find, you know, the same patterns. Now, if I go to 4-hour, this is a big macro uptrend. I'm not telling you to go draw this trends and, you know, trend over trends that it's 4-hour and 1-hour. No, I'm just showing you the against, the opposite of top to down. Now I'm going down to top. We start from 30 minutes. Now we are in 4-hour, and you can see how a macro 4-hour is being formed exactly with the same patterns. That's the beautiful fractal nature of the market. What I personally really like is this fractal nature. That's how this thing comes together. If you be able to, you know, go from down, you understand how this little one works from micro to macro, you understand how they form, and then analyze from top to down. This is a mix that gonna make your, you know, make your trading completely in a different level, which that's why you are here. um let's see if you guys have any question for me. Type it in the chat. Anything not clear, let me know. No, looks like no one has any question, so I'm just gonna go a little more in find you some other examples. This is right here, almost this week. So that's uptrend being created for 2 week. Whereas the induction trend is right here. They form these lower lows. And then they reverse it all the way down without even, you know, a stop hunt or anything. They did actually stop hunt, but I mean, not like, you know, they come up all the way for 2 weeks just to dump it in a week. Now they're going back up again, and that's how it works. Thank you. I'm happy you liked it. I will talk about DMA strategy once you know, once we finish this full lesson, because you're gonna have problems understanding and even using DMA method if you don't understand this full lesson. This is the weekly structure. Next lesson we're gonna talk about market maker method, which it's kind of close to DMA method. And just stay with me. I'm gonna teach you how to use DMA in the perfect level that you can actually make money off it. I don't want to give you just information so you go and get confused and you never like it. I want you to understand it perfectly. So one more thing I want to ask you guys to do is to do a homework. make yourself do a homework. You guys know me. You can tag me on Discord. Show me your backtest. Just go and find these patterns. Just this, just simple charts, no EMA, nothing. Just draw this pump and dump and how they induce others in against direction of the actual trend. This is, as I said before, this is how the trends are being manipulated. We're gonna talk about support and resistance, and after you guys master these two, we talk about DMA, which is how moving averages being manipulated and how to hack it and make money off it. So we need to understand every step. And I will be happy if you guys, I'll talk to Dylan if we could have a different chat on the Discord for backtest and make that room, active. You don't have to always talk when you want to trade. You actually learn when you come and talk, when you're backtesting, when you show someone that, okay, this is what I see before this happened and I want to find reasons how this happened, why this happened, and let others see if they see something like this, or maybe someone can correct your mistakes, that's what I'm gonna do. If you send me your backtest, I will correct your mistake that here is not induction trend or this is not how you draw it. For example, if you draw this trend line for me like this, based on the touch, on 3 touch, I don't want this because this is not what we're looking for. We don't look for a trend that was continuing to going down. You have to find a reason. If you can understand the macro view, it will help you to draw your take profit level, draw your high and low in a perfect level. Look, for example, here, low of this, that's going to be a perfect take profit. You see market break it, retest it. You see, I just draw this and you see how accurate it's gonna be. Market break through it, close below, retest it again, and drop further. How can I have, that's how Dylan Sen analyzes, and his take profit levels are so accurate. Market touch it and go back because the chart is clean. The chart is the way it's supposed to be, like this, so he can actually see what's happening here. You see where this wick is here, that shows there's people trapped here. So that's where market gonna come back, and if there is anything to be retested, it's not support resistant, it's a trap zone. You need to look at the market like this. So that's it for this lesson. I'll let you guys know if I could get Dylan to create that chat room for the back testing. But if not, just till next Tuesday that I'm gonna be here and we talk about market maker method, which is gonna be added to this one. You try to train your eyes to see this without drawing. That's the key. You see, I deleted this right now. Can you see it? Or you need these lines to be here. If you can see it without drawing, that means you are seeing it, you are mastering it. Your eyes is being trained. You're getting the golden eyes. If you can see this without even drawing. So I wish to see you guys sending me chats and sending me charts. I never be tired of it. And I wish you guys great week in ahead. Make all the money that you can and don't lose money. That's it. Enjoy the rest of your night or day. Peace.